Hello, this is Libby from libbystamps.com. I'm just going to bring you a quick video today on how to make this little box to put these Mentos chewing gums in. Alright, we need a piece of cardstock, and I'm using basic grey here, and we need it to be 17 centimetres by 18 centimetres, and on the 17 centimetre side 4, 8, 12 and 16. Alright, and on the 18 centimetre side we're going to score it at 5 and 14. So 5 centimetres and 14. And that's going to give you a little piece that's about 4 centimetres, and that's your base. Alright, so before we go any further, we'll just cut this little box out here so that you remember that that's your base. So just up that line and across, and then we'll do our burnishing. Burnish our score lines. Alright, now I'm just going to put some sticky strip. You could use fast fuse if you wanted to. So I'm just going to put sticky strip right up that one side. We cut that small panel off because that's the edge that's going to stick your box together, and it'll all just fold over and stick neatly like that. Alright, so that's the back of your box. So this is going to be the front of your box. So you're going to put a bit of sticky strip on that piece too. Right, so just on the inside like that. Now I haven't cut the score lines yet for a reason. We're going to use the All A Bloom DSP stack. It has some of the new in colours that go with it. Blackberry Bliss is one of them, and we're going to use some of that today. But I'm going to use this particular one. It's got the chevrons on the other side, and I'm going to cut it at 8.5 centimetres. Don't need that bit. And then 3.5. And then I've also cut a piece of window sheet out, which is 6 centimetres by 7 centimetres, and we'll use that a bit later. I'm making this box a little bit different to the previous box, and we need our Tombow, and we're just going to stick these bits on. Try and get round the edge. Try and get round the edge of your DSP, and we're going to just stick it on each panel. Now I've got a little tip for you for your Tombow. Just when you're using it on a project, don't know if you can see that, I store it upside down like that in a little container. Shot glasses are good because they've got a heavy base. Alright, now we're going to trim up our score lines, and I'm actually trimming out a bit of a wedge from each one just so they sit nicely. So that's our trimming done, and there your base. That's your base. Now we might just give that a few more seconds to dry and make our label. I've punched a piece of basic grey out with the decorative label, and I've used teeny tiny sentiments to stamp the greeting and punch on Whisper White with the Memento Tuxedo Black, and I've punched that out with the word window. And I'm just going to add some dimensionals to the back of this, of the word window, and I've just cut up the sides of my sheet of dimensionals. Just makes that a good size for the word window. And half of one of these will be great for stars that you can punch out. Alright, and we're just going to take the backing off those and pop that on the front of my label like that. That looks pretty straight. And then I'm going to use my 1/8 of an inch punch. These are in the new annual catalogue, and I'm just going to punch a hole in the top here. Alright, don't forget every now and then to open this bottom bit and empty out what you've punched out. And a bit of Whisper White baker's twine, and I'm just going to pop that through the circle I've just punched out with a loop. Put the ends through the loop, and that's ready for when we tie the ribbon on. And so this is the star punch from the Itty Bitty Accents pack. Just going to punch out one star out of Blackberry Bliss, and here's half a dimensional I've prepared earlier. I'm just going to pop that on the back of the star. You could use glue dots, they fit nicely as well, but this will just give it a bit of height. And just going to pop that on there like that. Alright, so we've got our label organised, and I don't need those dimensionals anymore. Alright, now we've got our box, and this is the back. So if I close it up, this is the front. So I want to punch out my decorative label on one of the two front panels. I could do it this side or this side. I think today I'll do it on this side. So I fold my box in half, and I get my decorative label punch, and I fiddle with it to get it through. Alright, now see these two little pieces here and here? They're the bits I want to line up with the crease of my box, and then I want to check each side and see if it's roughly in the middle, and then I'm just going to punch. Alright, then we're going to bring in our piece of window sheet. I'm just going to put sticky strip on that. Now I find sticky strip is the best to use on window sheet. A, you can see where you've put it, so you want it right up against the edge, and B, when you've put it in there, it is almost invisible. So over the hole that you just punched with the decorative label punch. Okay, so make sure your window sheet's clean and your project's clean, and we're just going to take the sticky strip backing off. Alright, so the long side, so the 7 centimetre side, is going to go up and down on your box, and you're just really going to centre that over your panel like that. We just need to take the sticky strip off the edge here and start putting our box together. So lie that across like that. Take this over. Sorry, I forgot to say you do need to fold your box in half again along that score line and score the window sheet. Alright, so putting the side down and folding it over, it'll just meet like that and close up nicely. Alright, we've already got adhesive on one of our panels. So here's my adhesive. So I'm going to close these two side panels up first, followed by this panel. Take the backing off the adhesive and close it up. Alright, you should have a nice square base. And there's our box. Alright, now we're going to put our Mentos in there like that so that you can see what it is. And then we're going to sort of squish this top in so that it meets a bit like a milk carton. And then I'm going to bring in, you could use your 1/4 inch hole punch, but I found it didn't really want to go through all the layers. So I'm going to use my crocodile here and just go down a bit and punch. There are our holes, and I'm going to use some Blackberry Bliss. Now, if you cut this at an angle, you'll find it goes through the holes easier. So, alright, and I leave it on the reel just so that I'm not wasting too much. I'm going to have to do a granny's knot. Alright, left over, right and under, and pull nice and tight, and then right over, left and under. I'd normally do a reef knot, but I've left the ribbon on the wrong side. Alright, and there I've got my knot done, and then I'm just going to bring my scissors in again and trim that off. Alright, and then with our little tag that we prepared earlier, I'm going to take one piece through the ribbon, pull it up, and then I'm just going to tie a knot, pull it tight, trim it off. So there are 2 boxes for Father's Day. Alright, thanks for joining me again today. Hope to see you again soon. Bye for now.
Hey, if you wanna play, make it about a place. It'll take creation, imagination. Try to draw outside the line. Let us see inside your mind. You'll find